My friends, we're going to do a love reading. So I'm going to start with this deck to make sure this is your reading. So if you're resonating with this first part, then this is your reading. I just wanted to start with this deck and see what comes out, and then I'll decide where we're going from there. I am hearing a song. Here With Me by Avril Lavigne was coming through. So that song could be symbolic. I believe that song, she's talking about how I don't know where you are. There's nothing but the pain, no footsteps in the grass. I don't actually know the lyrics. But you could be in separation with this person. Maybe you don't know where they are or where they stand. I'm torn between whether I want to do your feelings versus their feelings, or how you think they feel versus how they actually feel. So I'm just going to see what comes out in this deck, and then I'll decide what this reading is. So if you are resonating with this first part, if you're resonating with this first part, then this is your reading. So we have Girl with a Snake and the Golden Mirror. So it feels like this was a connection where there could have been some toxicity. It could have felt one-sided, or this person was very self-absorbed. You could resonate with being an empath, and you may have been enabling some bad behavior with this person. And maybe you needed to put up boundaries with this person. We have backstabbing and heartbroken. So that's what I was hearing with that song. That I said there was a separation here. So heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving and despair, breakup. So it feels like you are in separation with someone where, again, they could have seemed very self-absorbed. There could have been some toxicity here, and this person could have really hurt you. Let's just get a few more. We have healing heart, healing from heartbreak, healing from a toxic relationship. You could have become codependently attached with this person as well. Like I said, I was hearing empath, so you could be an empath and maybe you thought you could help them, or if you just held on a little longer. I keep hearing that song. I'm listening, but there's no sound, so it feels very quiet between you right now. And then we have healing heart. So it feels like right now you're trying to heal from this connection. You're in separation. Deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost. Let's get one more. We have Phoenix. That's good. That's good. So when I was setting up for this reading, I was also getting a rush of Phoenix energy. So I'm actually really happy this came out. But we have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain about future. And then we have the Phoenix. So you are phoenixing during the separation, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from the ashes. You could even be changing your mind about this person in separation as you heal. I'm hearing that maybe you're seeing the toxicity within this connection. Maybe you're taking those rose-colored glasses off and you're realizing, why was I enabling such bad behavior? So clearly you're in a new phase here where you are rising from the ashes. I feel like this person burned you. All right, we'll just get two more. So we have replaying events in your head. So you're thinking about this. You're thinking about what happened in the past with this person. Like I said, changed mind. So you could be seeing this very clearly now. Like, wait a minute, that person hurt me. There was toxicity here. They broke my heart. And we also have picture, missing you, nostalgia. So this is really interesting. I'm curious if that picture is them. Can I get one more? Please, Spirit, one more card. We have ascending. So it feels like you are going through an ascension here. Learning and expansion. So again, you're learning from this situation. And what I'm hearing is like, again, you're replaying events and you're realizing, wait a minute, this person who maybe in the past you enabled this bad behavior, but now you're seeing it quite clearly. You're seeing, wait a minute, this person, I felt used by them. They were actually quite self-absorbed. They broke my heart. They hurt me. They could have even deceived you. And it feels like you are going through, again, changed mind about this person. I'm not saying you don't want this person back, but it feels like as you heal and ascend and learn from this, your mind is changing about this person. You're seeing that they weren't treating you the best way. I think I need to do a you and them. All right, so we're going to start with you. And we're going to see, hang on. We are going to start with you. And as I picked up the animal deck, we have the stingray. And the stingray talks about developing confidence, developing a sense of spine. You could have lacked boundaries with this person. It talks about personal growth. So we're going to start with you. I definitely need to do a you and them for this one. So, Spirit, show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. Golden egg, I like that. Golden egg on the bottom of the deck for you. Looks like you're going through some sort of awakening here with the golden egg. The golden egg is also a spiritual card. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. And you can only hear it when you retreat from the noise of modern day life. It comes from a place of deep and restful ease. Take some time for introspection, contemplation. Very interesting. So it feels like you are going through some sort of spiritual ascension here in separation. So let's see your energy. The crocodile, cooling off, submerging, no action. You're not taking action right now. The crocodile, you're taking a step back right now. And again, it feels like you're replaying events and your mind is changing about this person. You're seeing them clearly. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. Stepping back, turning inward. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering up our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up your vital reserves so that the next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. It's very much giving me Four of Swords energy. So I feel like you're in Four of Swords energy right now. I just want to see how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this stingray? Didn't I say lacking boundaries? So I feel like you were lacking boundaries or lacking a backbone with this person. It could have taken you, like maybe you couldn't speak up about how you truly felt or stand up for yourself with this person. But it feels like you feel like you need to develop a better sense of self. I do feel like this is how you're feeling about this person as well. So I feel like because of this connection, I was hearing that empath. I feel like because of this connection, you feel like you are now stronger. Because of this connection, you feel like you are developing a sense of self. The reason I'm saying all this is because we have the cobra on the bottom. And the cobra is about a pause. It's about waiting. And it's also an energy of when the lesson is ready to be learned, the teacher appears. And that's why I was saying, like, maybe you enabled some of these behaviors because you lacked confidence. Sometimes when somebody lacks confidence or lacks that sense of self or lacks boundaries, they let people, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to trigger you, but you could have overlooked some bad behavior here. And it feels like you feel because of this person, they've actually taught you an important lesson about yourself. And you feel like because of this, you've been through personal growth. I just want to see one more about how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this person? We've got the tiger. And listen, these two came out, although I'm not taking them. But we've got the tiger, and the tiger is an energy of feminine energy, but look at what came out with it. 2 masculine energies. So you could see this as, you could have seen this as a soul connection. Maybe you even saw this as your divine masculine. The fact that the tiger came out, I was immediately hearing something about boundaries. And I'm actually feeling called to grab a different deck about this. I'm just looking at the book for the tiger. What the tiger is, I can't remember what number that is. I need to find it, hang on. Claim your power. The tiger. And again, it feels like you're reclaiming your power here. So the tiger, this is from a different book. This is from a different deck than the book I'm reading from. But the tiger summons you to connect with your greatest power, to overcome yourself, overcome your doubts, fears, and insecurities, and illusions of the ego, and use boundaries. When the tiger card comes up, it means enough is enough. Enough is enough. Tiger does not appear with the feminine energy of allowing. This is the masculine energy of taking action and creating what you want. And it's about putting up boundaries. So I feel like you felt like you had to put up boundaries with this person. When you stand in your greatness like a tiger, you have nothing to prove, you just are. You may feel imprisoned by circumstances, yet the only prison is the story you painted over your circumstances. So I know this is a little bit of a hard message to hear, but I do feel like you could feel like you're a divine feminine dealing with a divine masculine. But I feel like you're feeling like this person taught you a lesson about standing in your power and putting up boundaries, maybe even standing in your own masculine energy and not enabling behavior like this. With this girl with the snake, it says boundaries. And again, changed mindset. So it feels like this person, I know I'm repeating myself, but it feels like they hurt you. And now you have this changed mind about them. You're seeing the truth of it. You're seeing like they hurt me. Now that you're healing and you feel like this person, now that you're cooling off and you're submerging, you're not taking action towards this person, you're in deep reflection for how you feel about this person. It feels like you were feeling like because of what happened with them, you were able to, like they taught you an important lesson about not putting up with bad behavior and about taking those rose-colored glasses off and about finding your confidence and standing in your power and knowing your worth is what I'm hearing. Interesting. Let's get feelings. How are you feeling about this person? Perspective shift. So it feels like your perspective has shifted about this person. And when this separation first happened, you could have been deeply heartbroken and sad. But it feels like now that you're healing, I know I'm repeating myself. It feels like now that you're healing and those rose-colored glasses are off, you have a new perspective, which is you deserved better is what I'm hearing. So let's see how you're feeling about this person and this situation. How are you feeling about this person and this situation? We have conflict, so clearly there was a lot of conflict here. Divine masculine, so you could see this as your divine masculine. But I feel for how you're thinking about this person, feeling about this, how you're doing, you could be very conflicted. You could be going back and forth between that unhealed version and this. I feel like things came to light about this person and now you have a changed mind about them. Those rose-colored glasses are off is what I'm hearing. We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul. So it does feel like you made a lot of mistakes here. And I don't mean that you were doing anything wrong. It's that energy of like a changed mindset and looking back and thinking like, why did I let that person do that to me? Why did I let them hurt me? Why did I put up with that behavior for so long? That's what I'm hearing. And we have peace, balance, harmony. So it does feel like you are finding peace right now. You and this person could have had clashing perspectives. There could have been differences between you, incompatibility. You could also feel like this person is a lost soul and that they made a lot of mistakes. We have memories. So there's that thinking about them. So you're still thinking about memories about them, reminiscing. But I'm also hearing replaying events in your head, remembering the times where they actually did hurt you. It's almost empowering you, I'm hearing. We have pain, apprehensive, afraid, cautious. So you are thinking about how this person caused you pain here. And you are feeling cautious about opening your heart up to them again. You could be feeling cautious about, I see you're trying to keep, did that come out? Oh no, it didn't come out. I'm imagining that. I heard you're trying to keep a positive mindset, but you're also cautious and apprehensive that this person could hurt you again. I see you as someone standing in your power right now with a new perspective. And again, it looks like you're thinking about pain, the painful memories here, not just the good ones, but the painful ones. And I'm not saying that in a sense where you're just being resentful, and I think this is what you need to build that backbone and that confidence back and to stand in your power. You're empowering yourself. Changed mindset. How are you feeling about this person? It's funny, I'm getting conflicting energy here. I'm getting conflicting energy. It's like you feel like they caused a lot of stress in your life. Turbulence, tension, arguments. Twin flame, there it is. I told you. That's what I was thinking. That you could have seen this person, well, that's my twin flame, and you could have overlooked some bad behavior. You could have been afraid to speak your truth or afraid to put up boundaries because, oh, that's my twin flame. What if they never come back? And now you're standing in your power. But it also looks like you are thinking about them quite a bit right now. Two more. Withdrawn. So you've definitely withdrawn your energy. Bitterness. So there is a bit of resentment here. Resentment, anger, hurtful words. And maybe this is what you need. Like maybe this is what you need to stand in your power. We have depth, awareness, importance, value. I feel like you're realizing your importance and your depth and your value. And how dare this person treat me this way? Even if they are my twin flame. I feel like, again, I know I'm repeating myself a whole bunch in this reading. Maybe you repeated yourself a bunch with this person. Like maybe you repeated yourself a lot with this person, or you tried to make things work with this person. But I feel like it's almost like you had to, I feel like you were looking at this person as they were your twin flame. I was getting that with those the animal cards that were coming out. So you could have excused some of this behavior because you were like, well, that's my twin flame. That's my twin flame. But I feel like now, because of this person, you're going through a lot of personal growth and you're building a backbone and you're standing in your power, putting up boundaries, thinking about, you're not looking at this with rose-colored glasses, you know? It's almost like I'm seeing like, I can't believe I allowed them to treat me that way. Let's get one more. One more. We have breaking point. You hit your breaking point. That's what I mean. You hit your breaking point. The final straw. Enough was enough. Twin flame or not. All right. We're going to get a couple of cards from this deck. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? We have the Hierophant. So, soul connection. You could have seen yourself committing to this person. Releasing, cleansing, healing. I feel like that's what you're releasing, that masculine energy on the bottom. So I do feel like you see this as your divine masculine. But it feels like you're releasing, you could be releasing that label. Again, twin flame or not, soulmate or not, Hierophant or not. Looking back, you're like, I can't believe I let this person treat me this way. We have Broom, remove unwanted stuff, purging a clean sweep, total makeover, unavoidable cleanup, restoring harmony. We have the Key, solutions, intelligence, genius, insight, clarity, open, breakout, liberty. Breakout, liberating yourself. Important, pay attention. So it's almost like you are, I just heard you're seeing the red flags now. Looking back, replaying events in your head, you're seeing the red flags, whereas in the past, maybe you couldn't see them because, again, you wanted to see the best in this person, or you wanted to see their higher self. We have the World. Boundaries. So we have, this is your energy right now. So developing over time. So this has been developing over time. I think it took you a while to get to this changed mindset, that Phoenix energy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like for a while after this separation, you were feeling like deeply hurt and sad and missing them and like reminiscing about, but they're my twin flame and what about all the good times? And you could have been replaying like really happy memories. But as you heal, sorry, I'm still looking at all your cards. As you heal and you Phoenix during this separation, you're changing your mind about them. And it doesn't mean that they're not your counterpart. It doesn't, well, maybe you've decided they're not your counterpart. I don't know. Counterpart still came out. The twin flame card still came out. So I do feel like you still feel this person is your counterpart. But it's like that energy of counterpart or not. I don't see them in the same way. It's like, again, you started thinking about the stress. You started thinking about the conflict. You started thinking about how they were treating you, and you know you deserve better. And I feel like that had to develop over time with this fine wine card. We also have mortar and pestle, blend, brew, alchemy, concoction, medicine, breaking things down. So you could be like breaking this all down, making something else. And we have the World. Accomplishment, duty, responsibility, completion of cycles, structure, achievement, boundaries, boundaries. All right, hopefully this is making sense. So we have messenger, movement, message, travel. You could be thinking about traveling right now. I don't think you're messaging this person. I didn't see anything in any of the cards about this person messaging you either. Let's confirm messenger. We have wait. See? Yes. Yes. And the crocodile, not a time for action. So when I confirmed messenger, we had summer waxing crescent. I don't know why my nose is all itchy. Wait, things will unfold. Building strength, just like that crocodile. So it feels like right now, even though you could feel like this is your twin flame, or this is a soul connection, or maybe you were married to this person, you know that now is not the time for you to take action towards them. You're respecting your boundaries. Eagle on the bottom, clear perspective regarding past, present, and future. That's exactly what I mean. Those rose-colored glasses are off. You have a clear perspective of what happened in the past here now. And what needs to happen in the future if you're going to take those boundaries down, if that makes sense. Why is my nose so itchy? Hang on. Maybe you're running because sometimes that happens when I'm like getting runner energy. Maybe you're on the run. I just want to get 2 more cards for you. Your energy. Yeah, we have communication, we have the letter, and then we have the Wolverine unpredictable. So it feels like this is confirming messenger and wait, things will unfold. So it feels like right now, you know, like maybe you see this person as being very unpredictable with their communication. And you're determined not to, you're determined to stay in no contact, or you're determined to not reach out first is what I'm hearing. There could have been power struggles within the communication between you, clashing perspectives. We saw that. This person could have been quite unpredictable with their communication. I want to see how you're feeling about them. How are you feeling about them? How are you feeling about them? We've got divine intervention. So you feel like this was a divine intervention. Boundaries. So even though I feel like you saw this person as your home or your 4 of Wands, you feel like you had to put up boundaries, and it was divinely guided, divine intervention. Ascension. So you are going through an ascension because of this. How are you feeling about this person? You do feel like you had to put up boundaries. Maybe in order for them to ascend, you felt like you had to put up boundaries. We have the catalyst, so you could see this person as a catalyst in your journey. Catalyst, ignite, fuel, torched, fan the flames, infuse, breathe, kindle, spark, effort required to get it going. We also have the hummingbird, lifting out of negativity. So again, it feels like you feel almost like you're in a clearer headspace now. You could be feeling more at peace now that you're not in this. Now that you're not in this energy with this person and you're ascending, you're lifting out of negativity, and that it's going to take this effort will be required because you're not going to put up with that. Boundaries. 2 more for how you feel about this person. We have the Empress, coffin on the bottom. So again, I don't chase, I attract. We have feminine energy and beginnings. So maybe you feel like they have a new beginning with someone else. Beginnings, innocent, inexperienced, new perspective. So you have a new perspective of them. There could have been someone else involved as well, like a third party. But I feel like because of them, that you've kind of settled in or embodied this Empress energy. You know your worth, and it will take effort if they're going to come back. That's what I'm hearing. Hopefully that's resonating. All right, I just want to see a chakra card for you. On the bottom, we do have death, loss, inactive, discouraged, down and out, over and done, breakup. This person, the golden mirror. There could have been projection here. This person could have been operating from their ego. Something could have come to light about this person very unexpectedly. Sudden, unexpected, cut, release, ripping off the Band-Aid. And again, I feel like at first I'm seeing the 5 of Cups, so at first you could have been, and the 3 of Swords, you could have been very sad, but now you're like, I don't want to say it, but you're almost like blessing in disguise, I'm seeing, or like you're thanking your lucky stars that there was a divine intervention. This is a tough one. So I want to look at your energy with the chakra cards. Actually, I want to shuffle those. Growth. You're going through growth. Ascension. Changed mind. You're empowering yourself. You could be creating something. All right. Show me the viewer's energy. Gratitude. Expansion. Completion. So clearly there was an ending here. I'm not saying you're done with this person, although maybe some of you are. But it looks like you are showing you are in gratitude for what this has taught you, which is what I was hearing. You're grateful for the lessons and expansion. You're going through expansion, ascension, changed mind, rising from the ashes, and you have gratitude for that. It also feels like you're practicing, you could be practicing gratitude for other things. You could be grateful for the lessons, blessing in disguise. You could be grateful for the growth. You could be focusing on the things you are grateful for in your life right now, like friends, for example, or family. Let's get one more. But you're grateful for the expansion. We have quest. So you're on a quest right now, a spiritual quest. I feel like a card came out that mentioned a quest. I'm just going to grab the book. So listen to your cards. We have expansion. Your life is changing as you move away from the old way of relating to others. Changed mindset. Relationships may no longer work. You need to reach out to those who are in the same vibrational frequency of personal upliftment. So you could be connecting with other people who you feel are aligned with your values. Call upon higher companions to advise you at this time. So you could be spending a lot of time like connecting with your spirit guides. The quest. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There is bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on. So again, it feels like your rose-colored glasses are off and you're seeing the truth of this situation. I just want to see, in one moment how you're feeling about this person. Let's see how you're feeling about this person. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I need to make sure. I need to double make sure. That could be you. Like, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything or overlook any bad behavior or gratitude. You could be raising the consciousness of others. You are stepping into self-mastery, and the gifts you see in others already live within you. So whatever you are seeing within others that you admire, Spirit's saying that's a gift that you have. So maybe you admire people who stand in their power, or maybe you admire people who help others. That's all within you. Anyway, I want to see how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this person? Rejection. Rejection is protection. There's a card that fell on the floor. So for how you feel about this person, we have impartiality. And it says, hold space for others to find their own answers. This is how you're feeling about your person. So it's like they need to find their own answers. They need to find their own healing. Advice may not be well received. So you could have tried to help this person. Like I said, I kept repeating myself. So you could have been repeating yourself to this person and maybe they didn't want your advice. This is how you're feeling about them though. So they need to find their own answers. And we have rejection. You no longer need to prove yourself. So that's how you're feeling about this person. You no longer need to prove yourself to this person or prove your worth to this person. This is powerful. It doesn't, and let me stress, it doesn't mean, you had twin flame come out. It doesn't mean that doesn't necessarily mean you'll never hear from this person again or that this wasn't your counterpart, but this is empowering energy. This is the catalyst for change. Because when you're wearing those rose-colored glasses and you're only thinking about the good times and you're not seeing the truth, sometimes you need to see the truth is what I'm hearing. So you feel like you no longer need to prove yourself to this person. And it doesn't matter if this person rejected you or not. Again, you're seeing this as I can't believe I allowed them to treat me that way. Let's get one more for how you feel about this person. completion, release. So again, it feels like you're done with that old cycle. Again, this person is going to have to put in the effort and change if you're ever going to take that boundary down, because you are seeing this very clearly now. Release. So you're feeling it's time I release that old version of them. It's time I release the potential that I saw in them. It's time that I release just the happy memories and I see this for what it is. Completion. Again, this is powerful energy. Let's get some tarot. And then I'll see what your person is up to. Let's see how you're doing. Let's see how you're doing. How are you doing right now, my friend? Let's have a look. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Love it. First cut on the bottom. You could be creating something right now, like even jewelry. Look at that. But that's glow up energy. That's empowered energy. Standing in your power, knowing your worth. You have the Chariot underneath, so you could be trying to figure out what direction you want to take with your life. Even it could have to do with your career. Like again, look at these two paths. It's like, I don't want to go back there. I want stability. I want that castle. I don't want to go back there. You know your worth. Nine of Pentacles. Very empowered energy. Glow up energy. Knowing your worth. Knowing that whatever you need comes from within you. Maybe even being okay being independent. Very nice. Very independent energy. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's confirm your energy. Standing in your strength. Three of Swords. Separation. So again, it feels to me like you could even be going over how this person hurt you. Again, not in a wallowing way, not in a resentful way, not in a negative way, in a powerful way, in a way that maybe you didn't in the past because you thought, but that's my counterpart. Who cares what they did to me? That's my counterpart. You're seeing things clearly. All right. So we do have the Nine of Cups. So you could be focused on your wish fulfillments right now, on things that uplift you. You could even be doing some sort of pottery or something like that. You're focusing on your happiness. We have strength. So standing in your inner power, knowing your worth, standing in your strength, working on your confidence. There's a reason I chose this deck. You could be very creative with your hands. And we have Five of Cups. Remember I said I was seeing the Five of Cups. So again, it's like didn't I say I was seeing the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords? And I was saying, it's like you're no longer looking at this like, oh, what have I lost? And maybe I shouldn't have said something. And maybe if I hadn't said something, they'd still be here. No, you're seeing this very clearly. You're like, wait a minute, they didn't treat me right. Oh, I wish I could rewind time. I'm pretty sure that Five of Cups is in reverse. So you're releasing, you're healing from the past. Again, you're no longer wallowing. You're empowering yourself. Acceptance, finding peace. Recovery from past wounds and losses. Healing old wounds. You cannot change the past, but you will gain a deeper understanding of what happened. That's you. That's exactly what you're doing. And again, you're standing in your strength right now. One more for you. You have Eight of Swords in reverse. New perspectives. You're surrendering. You have a new perspective of this. You're no longer in this stuck energy is what I'm hearing. Page of Pentacles. So you are seeing the opportunity for growth within this. That's the perspective you have. Is like, if this has never happened, I never would have learned to put up boundaries. If this had never happened, I would never have gone through this personal growth, new perspectives. And again, Also, new perspectives about this situation, no longer obsessing over what happened in the past, but seeing it very clearly. Freedom, release, taking control, survivor, facing fears, empowering yourself. 8 of Swords in reverse. You're empowering yourself. Clearer perspective of relationship. Remember the eagle. Clearer perspective of past, present, future. So you have a clearer perspective of what happened in the past. You have a clearer perspective of what you need to do right now and what needs to happen in the future. Like I said, for how you feel about this person, you're seeing this as I am the Empress. If this person wants me, they're going to have, the effort will be required. All right, very empowered energy. So let's see how you're feeling about them. Let's see how you're feeling about them. 10 of Wands, breaking point. 10 of Swords. Lesson learned is what I'm hearing. You could have recently gotten a tattoo to commemorate your empowerment. Maybe you recently got a tattoo having to do with this. Whatever that could be, I can't even think of what that could be. Maybe you got a lotus flower, or maybe you got some kind of empowering tattoo. Like, I will never wear rose-colored glasses again, or I know my worth, whatever it was. 10 of Wands, so you do feel like you hit your breaking point. We have the Devil. The Devil in reverse, though. This is how you feel about this person. Unhealthy patterns. That golden mirror. The snake. So you do feel like this person had unhealthy patterns and that you're freeing yourself from this. Ending of codependency. So you no longer feel codependently attached to this person. You don't feel codependently attached to the label of the twin flame is what I'm hearing. That doesn't mean that this person is, this is making sense. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean that this person can never change. It doesn't mean that they're not your counterpart. It doesn't mean any of that. But I feel like this is a very important part of your journey to stand in your power and know your worth. Catalyst for change. So for how you feel about this person, King of Swords in reverse. So this person could have been manipulative. This person could have had Death in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Like, I feel like this person, for how you feel about them, I feel like they were unwilling to change. King of Swords in reverse, this person could have had like that very self-absorbed golden mirror energy and were very resistant to change that or to take accountability. The King of Swords in reverse can be someone who does not want to take accountability for their unhealthy patterns, the Devil in reverse. So it feels like you have learned you feel like you've learned a very important lesson here. And that, I don't think that you would, you do feel like this person has to change if things are ever going to move forward. Non-conforming, your person. And again, the King of Swords in reverse can be someone who can be dishonest, and who doesn't see things clearly and doesn't want to take accountability. Death in reverse, I already know that's resisting change. This is how you feel about your person. And maybe you didn't want to see things clearly. Like maybe you were codependently attached to this person, or you saw the potential in them and you resisted letting go of them. Resisting change in relationship, failure to change negative patterns. Repeating negative patterns. This is how you're feeling about them. Interesting. You could feel like your person needs some counseling, 6 of Pentacles. I just want to see what your intentions are for the future, or what do you hope for the future? What are your hopes for the future? What are your hopes for the future here? So that's interesting. We have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. So it does feel like you hope that you and this person can reconnect and there can be change and there can be balance. This Two of Pentacles shows consistency. It also shows, this is a really interesting Two of Pentacles because it's balanced. And usually with the Two of Pentacles, one is out of balance. So it does feel like you have hopes in the future that you and this person can find consistency or come back into balance. Eight of Wands, your hopes for the future, your intentions for the future. It does feel like, I'm hearing two things, so I'll say them. I'll just get through this first one. You hope that there can be change in the future, that there can be healthy communication, consistent communication. And the Six of Swords, you know, you could live at a distance from this person, but you hope that you and this person can move into calmer waters. There's also something about apples and oranges here, and I'm not sure what the expression or what that is coming through, but like you and this person could be very different. Or maybe you just like could never, clashing perspectives. Like you could have said, this is an apple, and they could have been, no, it's not, it's an orange. I don't know why that's coming through. We've got Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. So it does feel like, you know, your hopes for the future are that there can be commitment here. There can be a renewal with the Eight of Pentacles. Again, Six of Swords, that you and this person can reconnect and move into calmer waters. For some of you, though, your intentions for the future could be to move forward without them and look for something more consistent. You know? Only you'll know how you actually feel about that, but I'm hearing two things. For some of you, I feel like your intentions are to move forward in life without this person and find consistency and find someone who can give you consistency and commitment. For others of you, I feel like you hope that it will be this person. If they could change, if they could put in the effort and heal. All right. We're going to do your person now. Hang on. All right. So I just cleansed all the decks, but I just want to, that reminds me, when I was shuffling that first deck, I never mentioned this card. And it says, cutting out, stop the pattern. So I feel like that axe had to happen. But anyway, I've cleansed, your person's energy is already very interesting. So I've cleansed all the decks and I've shuffled them all and cut them all. And so far, all the bottom of the deck energies are very interesting, which I will get to in a moment. But I just wanted to get just a few out of this deck for your person specifically. And the first cut, healthier choices. So I do feel like your person is making healthier choices, and we've got pictures. So I feel like they're the ones reminiscing about you right now, whereas you're more so having a changed mind about this. It's like you're no longer in longing is what I'm hearing. Froggy in my throat, releasing, cleansing, healing. So I just want to get a few cards for your person out of this deck. What is happening here? All right. So they have the Snake card coming out. They have the Phoenix card coming out. So it feels like they are phoenixing out of this energy. We have unconditional love, self-love, and wholeness, selflessness. So it feels like this person could be figuring out that they were quite selfish and self-absorbed with that golden mirror. It feels like they're phoenixing out of this. It feels like they are phoenixing out. I feel like they're having a changed mind about themselves and about how they treated you and how they led you on, or again, how you put up with some bad behavior. self-love and wholeness, healthier choices. And then we have love call. Thinking of you, wanting to let you know. Messages of love, wanting to express love. I'm just going to get a few more to confirm this. Your person's energy. So your person's energy, very interesting. We have picture, looking at you, reminiscing, thinking about you, wanting to let you know that they're thinking about you. We have poker face. So right now they're not showing you this, but they're thinking about taking a risk towards you. They're thinking about reaching out. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out in the rest of these cards, because I'm seeing your energy is, it's going to take you effort if you want to talk to me. And we have self-worth, time to heal, shadow work. This is your person's energy. Let's just see if I can get one more. One more. Well, I mean, I can get one more, but let's just see one more. Separation. So this is what they're doing in separation, but sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain about the future. So they're uncertain about how you're feeling about them. That could also be because you are not taking any action towards them. Maybe in the past you were very quick to take action towards them. Maybe you're holding back from them right now, but they're definitely thinking about you, wanting to inform you of that, thinking about taking a risk towards you, thinking about communicating with you. And I do feel like they are seeing the situation more clearly with the, I'm just looking at all the cards here, with the Phoenix energy there. They have a changed mind about their own behavior, is what I'm hearing, as they heal. You had different cards, but it's kind of similar. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the dragon. And I don't know if you know what this means, because it's come out a few times in the past couple weeks. Dissolving of the ego. Glimpsing the true self behind the self. So they're seeing through their own mask is what I'm hearing. Their ego is dissolving. It's breaking down. You had a spiritual card as well on the bottom, the golden egg, that you couldn't hear that message until you were in silence. Again, I feel like I'm going to stop talking about you. Maybe this person is talking about you a lot, because I just want to keep talking about you. Where is the dragon? The dragon. Where are you, dragon? Seeing one's most true self. Seeing through the ego. Glimpsing the self behind the self. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. So it feels like this person is exploring their inner world as well as their external world. Balancing the ego. That's very important. All right, so let's see. Again, that Phoenix energy, seeing themselves clearly. Their mind has changed about themselves, is what I'm hearing. And not in a good way. We have the lamb underneath. I just want to look at the lamb. They could be feeling like they were naive, not to see their true self, or like not to see themselves clearly. Concerned. They could be feeling very concerned about the future of this connection. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Very similar to the golden egg. And they're thinking about a message that they got through another person, which is probably you. All right. So, your person's current energy. Show me their current energy. You wanted to come out. We've got the beaver in reverse. Beaver in reverse. Feels useless, worn out. I feel like that's how they made you feel. I just heard karma. Anyway. Feels useless, worn out. Okay. Interesting. Feeling very beaten down. Let's get one more. Death leading to rebirth. The bat. They've got the swan. They've got the crocodile. And the swan. And the swan always makes me think of twin flames. So I already read the crocodile. But they are also in deep reflection, so that their next move, so that their next communication comes from a place of power and wisdom, not the golden mirror, is what I'm hearing. And again, do you know what I'm hearing? Mirroring. Maybe you needed to see this person clearly so that they could see themselves clearly. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because that's what I'm hearing. I feel like as long as you were looking at this person like they could do no wrong, or you would like put up with that bad behavior, they couldn't see themselves. It took you seeing them for them to see themselves. The swan. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard. So to bring into balance, solo time. So this person, it's very similar to that lamb, where they're in a very quiet, reflective energy. The swan, there could be mirroring here because you had very similar cards. So again, if you are seeing this person clearly and they're mirroring you, then they're seeing themselves clearly. I hope that makes sense. And I already read the crocodile to you, but I'm just going to read it to you again. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward, kind of like the dragon. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussion. So even though they want to talk to you, interested in talking to you, they're being guided not to right now. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. This means intentionally withdrawing, gathering awareness, observing, building up energy so that, I already read it, but so that their next move comes from a place of power. All right, so let's see. Death leading to rebirth. The frog, releasing, cleansing, healing. So let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Well then, you could be protecting your energy right now. You could be a parent or even a mother. This is very Queen of Pentacles energy. Loving, intuitive, compassionate, nurturing. You could be protective though right now. You could be protecting your energy. But what's really interesting is the shark card came out and the tiger for how they're feeling about you. So again, they feel like you are standing in your power right now. I can't remember what book it's in, but it talks about how the tiger will not waste time hunting somewhere where it knows there won't be food. It doesn't waste its time or resources or energy. It might have been that thing that I read you. It's very, the tiger is very, it's not calculated, but the tiger only puts their energy into things. Like the tiger won't chase after prey that it knows it will never catch. It'll only chase after things it knows it can catch. So it's not calculated. I can't think of the word. Anyway, your person is feeling, I embrace the quiet moments for reflection and the energetic moments for action. That was an interesting affirmation to get. Anyway, especially with the crocodile. But this person, hang on. This is how your person is feeling about you. Very feminine energy, tapped into your intuition. I'm seeing the Empress. And the shark is very interesting. So this person feels like they do need to speak some sort of truth to you with the shark. And the shark is, this came out in a reading I did earlier. And the shark is about Revealing true nature. So I do feel like you revealed this person's true nature, or you said something about their behavior, or you spoke some sort of truth to them. Now I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. The Tiger, ease and darkness, feminine energy. Passionate, strong, sensual. The tiger hunts at night at one with the silence, fearing nothing. So they feel like you're at one with the silence. You're not afraid of anything anymore. Spending time in silence, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. That's how they're feeling about you. You're awakening to your true power. You're realizing your worth. You're no longer fearing this silence or this separation. You are soaking it up, making the most of it. I'm just looking for the shark. Directness, so you could have been very direct with them. You could have put up a boundary, Queen of Swords. Revealing true nature, so you could have revealed their true nature, or you could have saw through them. To bring into balance, honesty, so clearly you were honest with them. The shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. So I feel like you did call them out on some things that they weren't acknowledging. Remember how you felt about them, the King of Swords in reverse, Death in reverse. And you could have been hesitant to be honest with them, but then you stood in your power and you were very honest with them, is what I'm hearing. And you exposed their true nature, their unhealthy patterns, is what I'm hearing. You're probably going to resonate with that other reading I did. I just want to get one more for how they're feeling about you. Okay. It wants to come out. So they feel like you are stewing about an unresolved issue from the past. We've got the fire ant and we've got the stingray, which I was actually really surprised that that didn't come out when I was asking about how you felt about them. I thought that was going to come out when I was saying, how do you feel about them? But how they're feeling about you, they are thinking about an unresolved issue from the past. They are thinking about how they burned you. So not only are you replaying the events like, I can't believe this person treated me this way. This person is replaying events thinking, I can't believe I treated this person this way. Okay, so let's see. This person could be worrying that you're telling your friends about how they treated you. I'm not sure why I heard that. They could be worried that you've told your friends. Sorry. I tend to embody the energy that I'm channeling, and I feel like right now I'm embodying your energy, and it's like, you're going to have to put in the effort. I saw reconciliation under there for how they're feeling about you. Second chance, wanting to make amends, and that's why I was like, So how they're feeling about you, that you're withdrawn right now, that you've withdrawn your energy. So let's see how they're feeling about you. I can't even remember what I was going to say. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Sorrow. Oh my gosh. So we have, they feel like you were very trusting, loyal. You were always there for them with that card. We have sorrow, loss, grief, depression. I can't believe I treated that person this way. I had someone who was trusting and reliable and loyal. I can't believe I treated them this way. We have confusion, uncertain, unsure about the future. We have divine feminine for how they feel about you. You had divine masculine for how you feel about them. So they feel like you're in this feminine energy. You're not taking action towards them. You're tending to your garden. I don't chase, I attract. This is also the energy of feeling like you're irreplaceable, especially with that loyalty card. We've got soulmates. deep love, unity, soul connection. So this person definitely feels a soul connection with you. Bark, bark, bark. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Longing. We have spying. So this person could be spying on you right now. We have open heart. So again, empath. Didn't I say you were an empath? So they feel like you're an empath. Also, open heart and watching. Like if this person is watching you online, they could feel like you're opening your heart to someone else, or that you are doing really well and someone is going to snag you up or whatever. They could feel like you're opening your heart to others, but they feel like you're very receptive. Empathy, you're an empath. Maybe they're hoping that you're watching them. I don't think you're watching them though. We have healing. So they feel like you are healing from this, that you're releasing them, cleansing, healing. Didn't I say it with the frog? So they feel like you're releasing them right now. And then we have longing, craving, aching, wanting. Looking at your pictures, this just fell off, thinking of you, missing you, craving, desiring. How is this person feeling about you? Releasing, cleansing, healing, letting go, moving on, walking away. And then we have clarity. So they feel like you've seen the truth of them. That you have clarity about them. We have hollow, empty. They feel hollow and empty without you. I kind of want to see how this person is feeling about themselves. I've never asked that. I want to see how this person is feeling about themselves right now. How are they feeling about themselves? How are they feeling about themselves? Abandoned. So this is how they're feeling about themselves. They feel like they've been left behind. Divine masculine. So clearly this person feels like they need to step into their power. That's really interesting that this person feels like whatever they did, they crossed a line. Something is very final here. We also have elusive. This is how they're feeling about themselves. Dishonesty, deception. So there could have been like they crossed a line here. That this is very final. Look at all this black and white imagery. One more for how this person is feeling about themselves. Cloudy judgment. So they feel like their judgment was off about this. Distorted, unbalanced illusions. And then we have holding on, obsessing, spying. I hate this image, so I'm going to cover it. I hate this image. It makes me uncomfortable, so I'm not going to show it. Now you're all like, what is it? You don't need to see it. No. Anyway, I really don't like this image, so I'm not going to show it. But this person feels about themselves like they're still holding on to you, obsessing, spying. So it is about them. They are watching you. And it feels like this person feels like I should have done better. I should have done more. And this person feeling like if they want to come back, they're going to have to step up. Another black and white card. All right. I know most of you are wondering, what is that image? It's not good. It's something that can lead to... Anyway, I just don't like it. On the bottom of the chakra card or deck, miracle. So first we're going to look at their energy. I already shuffled. We have miracle and prayer. They're hoping. They're hoping for a miracle. They're praying for a miracle. Let's see their current energy. Show me this person's current energy. Oh, that's good. Quest. They got quest too. So they're on a quest to see the truth of a situation. Remember, to face their truth head on. And they got recovery. So that's actually really good. It looks like they are glimpsing the self behind the self. They are seeing the truth in this situation. They're no longer eluding themselves, or whatever the right terminology is. They're seeing the truth of this and they're in recovery. That could also have to do with, for how you felt about them, the Devil card came out. So maybe this person had addictions. Somebody's screaming outside. Not my kid. Somebody else's kid. They're seeing the lilac key. They're seeing the bigger picture. What once may have been immaturity is now growing into a new partnership with spirit. Step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you. This is their current energy. That's really good. Did I forget a deck? I did. I skipped a deck. That's okay. I'll go back. And quest. I already read this for you, but they're seeing the truth of the situation. Communication, darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There is bravery here and the ability to face the truth head on. So they're facing their own immaturity head on. They're seeing the bigger picture, things they need to recover from. Let's get another one for your person's energy. Show me their energy, please. We have perception. So their perception is changing of this situation. And this card talks about how at one point this princess, or whoever they are, thought that what they were leaving behind was just like a bleak room. But then after they leave and they open that door again, it's like, what did I walk away from? This is a beautiful garden. So their perception is changing. And we have despondence. What does despondence mean? Despondence. You have all the answers you need within you. Remember, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. So I feel like their perception is changing about the obstacles that were in this connection, and that they are the obstacle. The issue is you, is what that despondent card is saying. So they're realizing, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that song by Taylor Swift. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Like, this person's perception is changing and they're realizing they were the problem. Just like your perception has changed and you're realizing, wait a minute, they were the problem. I don't know if this is a weird reading. Anyway, how you relate to the issue is the issue. Hey, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Again, their perception is changing and they're realizing it was the way they were viewing this that was the issue. It was the way they were viewing themselves that was the issue. What am I looking at? Perception. The emerald stone offers you the ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. That's good. And if you hadn't changed your mindset and rose like the phoenix you are, this problem, oh dear, this person would probably still be stuck in death in reverse. That's what I meant about how your energy is powerful. That's really good. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Let's see how they're feeling about you. Gratitude, acceptance, balance, prayer. Now I'm hearing that song from my best friend's wedding. I say a little prayer for you, or whatever that song is. Acceptance. This is how they're feeling about you. Where are you, red cards? All the way at the beginning. Acceptance. Innocence, an inability to see one's gifts. Protection from spirit guides, an increase of self-esteem and confidence. Yeah, that's how they feel about you. Like they're watching you, and like you have an increased sense of self-esteem and confidence. The stingray. protection from spirit guides. Innocence, the inability to see one's gifts. So it feels like this person is feeling like you took your own gifts for granted, or you took your own power for granted. But now you're seeing it. Increase in self-esteem and confidence. Yeah. I like that. And then balance for how they feel about you. Is that a purple card? Am I colorblind? Apparently. It is. It's purple. So for how they're feeling about you, it's interesting. This talks about how this person they could be feeling like they were resisting change within this connection, which is how you were feeling about them. How they feel about you. They may be hesitating to come towards you because of what happened in the past. Weigh all sides before moving forward. So this person is feeling like they need to weigh all sides. And it also talks about wanting to start a relationship and proceeding slowly. So they know that if they want to balance this, they're going to have to proceed slowly. I feel, though, for how they feel about you with balance, there could have been an imbalance of energy here, especially with the being charmed or led on and the one-sided, self-absorbed. Like it could have been that there was an imbalance here, and they feel like you deserve balance. And we have gratitude. So they feel grateful for you, grateful for the lessons is what I'm hearing. I'm just going to get one more for how they're feeling about you. Prayer on the bottom. One more. How are they feeling about you? That's too many. Hang on. I'm just going to take the ones that came upright. Growth and renewal for how they're feeling about you. So they feel like you're going through a lot of growth. A bunch came out, but I only took the two that were upright. Red cards, renewal. Awaken. This is how they feel about you. You are being offered a chance to awaken to new life. This is a time to start again and grow a solid foundation. So I feel like they see you going through a renewal, going through a lot of growth here. I also feel like this person wants a renewal with you, wants to build a new foundation with you. All right, I'm going to get those blue cards that I almost forgot about. On the bottom, we have get more info. So they could be trying to get more info on you. Very important details. Examining the fine print. So they could be examining the fine print. Let's see this person's current energy. What are they going through? We have the Falcon. Rising above. Ability, strategy, skill, focus. A transition, changes, higher self, third eye. That's really good. But again, if you hadn't seen the truth of this situation, would they be in this energy right now? I don't know. I feel like it took you standing in your power. We have stalemate, standoff. So right now it doesn't look like there's any movement. This could be what this person is rising above. I'm going to confirm this card actually. Refusing to compromise. So they could have been refusing to compromise in the past. We have the Moose, imposing, powerful, independent, time alone. So spending time in solitary. I just heard solitary confinement. Hopefully your person's not in prison. But spending time alone. I'm just going to confirm that stalemate card. We have now is not the time. So they are being guided not to take action towards you right now. Now is not the time. A few more for your person. We have divine intervention and ascension. That's good. Because they also had, well, that's good. They also had the Phoenix. So we have divine intervention, ascension, and then we have the mice card. And sometimes froggy in my throat, release and cleansing healing. Sometimes when we're going through ascensions, we get flu-like symptoms. So your person could be feeling flu-like symptoms right now because they're going through an ascension. But illness, fatigue, stress, loss, reduction, filth, decay, irritation, worry, fear, anxiety. So they aren't feeling the greatest about this right now. And then we have double rainbow, divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing, serendipity. And that's what I meant about ascension. Like if this person truly is going through recovery and ascension, I bet you they're not feeling very good right now. They could be having headaches. They could be feeling under the weather. They could be feeling tired. They could be feeling flu-like symptoms. And then we have the wolf, confidence, guidance, trust your inner knowing, believe in your power, instinctual freedom, resilience, stamina. That's actually really good. So let's get a few more for your person's energy. Your person could be going through a bit of an emotional release here. So we have stars, wishes do come true, peace, miracle, hoping for a miracle. Didn't I say it? Feeling blessed, hopeful, nighttime, falling in love, inspiration, providence. I'm going to confirm that one. We have abundance, chasing after something, cry, emotional release. I don't feel like your person is experiencing overflowing abundance, but I do feel like they're going through an emotional release and they could be crying because they had loss, sorrow. We have temperance. So this person reevaluating the priorities they've chosen, healing, temperance, balancing their energies right now. And then we have element of air. It's developing. So right now they are developing. Things are developing for them. I don't think they're experiencing overflowing abundance. I think that they could be going through like an energetic purge is what I'm hearing. I'm just thinking about their cards for how they're feeling about you, and there was like sadness, sorrow, grief. Can you confirm this wishes come true? That could be about you. They could feel like you're their wish come true. Wish come true. Wish come true. Storm. Storm brewing, torn up, a sudden unexpected end, a total wreck, breakdown, over and done, the end. That's exactly it. I was wondering what that was. I think it's about you. They're seeing you now that this is over and done and there's been a storm. They're seeing you as their wish fulfillment. What are they crying over? Emotional release. Tangled up problems, complicated circumstances, string along, puzzling, hassles, unraveling. I feel like they're upset that, I was getting the energy that maybe you felt like this person was leading you on. Anyway, it feels like this person is like emotional release, crying over this tangled up situation, over this complicated circumstance. What is developing? What is developing? What is developing? What is developing? We do have crossroads, journey, multiple choice, travel, weigh the options, decide. I want to get another one. What is developing? A bunch wanted to come out but didn't come out. What is developing? Transformation. That's good. It's developing. The stork. Transformation, change. It's developing. Active, renew, restless, arrive, depart, renovate. Maybe they're going through renovations as well. Gathering information. Gathering information. Crossroads. So it feels like they're on a crossroads where they can either change and have you, or they can keep going down the road that they're going and run into the same problem somewhere else is what I'm hearing. Let's just get a few more for your person. 1, 2, 3. We have get more info, clarity, very important details, do research, documents, examine the fine print, larger than life. We have the Celtic knot, legendary divine union, eternal love, the one, infinity, enduring, connected, love of a lifetime. So it feels like they're looking at this a little bit closer, and we have the hermit. So they're hermiting, self-reflection, self-isolation. They're thinking heavily about this. Could be the one. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Expect the unexpected. Interesting. Expect the unexpected for how they're feeling about you. Maybe they weren't expecting you. Maybe they weren't expecting to meet someone like you. A vibrant and abundant life, ladybug. Happy, comfort, leisure, wish come true. Good health, balance, birth of a daughter. We have the clock. This is how they're feeling about you. Perfect timing, culmination, incremental, longevity, unstoppable, stands the test of time, past, present, future. We have the ship. This is how they're feeling about you. They feel like you're going places, so maybe they do see that you're moving on. Going places, adventure, vehicle, vacation, trip, enterprise, movement, with the wind, swift, travel, overseas. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Epiphany. Well, that's good. They're going to have to put in the work. Remember, you had that for how you felt about them. Effort required for how they feel about you. You were a catalyst on their journey. Catalyst, ignite, fuel, torched, fan the flames, infuse, breathe, kindle, spark, effort required to get it going. We have woo. We have things are stuck. So they could be feeling very uncertain about the future of this connection. They feel like you are practical, grounded, solid, dutiful, measured, conservative, realistic, methodical. I think that's the word I was trying to think of with the tiger when I was saying it's not calculated, methodical. That sounds like it. So maybe you're very methodical, dependable, tangible, and then we have epiphany for how they're feeling about you. Aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, realize, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination. So they're having an epiphany about you, and they're realizing that, you know, maybe they feel like it's unlikely that unless they come in with a lot of effort that you would ever take them back. I want to get 2 more. What is unlikely? Unlikely. Unlikely that you'll communicate with them. That's funny. Unlikely that you'll take a leap of faith towards them. Things are stuck. I feel like this person thought you'd reach out to them. But they're seeing that things are stuck. If they want something to happen, they're going to have to be the ones to make that move. Yes, spring into action. So they know that right now things are stuck. And if they want a new beginning, they are going to have to be the ones to spring into action with communication. All right. So now we're going to get tarot. Tarot. I just want to put this away. I'm going to clean up as I go. Hang on. I have no idea why, but I'm grabbing these tea leaf cards to see what is going on with your person. I have no idea why. I haven't used this deck in so long. I never use this deck. I don't know. My guides told me to take it as I was putting those other decks away. They were like, take that one. I haven't used this deck in so long. Fire, strong emotion. Interesting. This is about your person. Good advice from a wise person. You could have gotten good advice from a wise person, or this person could have gotten good advice from someone very wise. This doesn't say bad advice. This says good advice. So I feel like your person was given good advice. Maybe it was you. We have dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. This is supposed to be for your person. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. This person could have had quite explosive reactions. Vulture. Didn't I say about you a blessing in disguise? That's vulture energy. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance. I do believe this person feels called to take a chance towards you. But again, I feel like they're being stopped from doing that right now. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman. So you could be a woman. I don't usually gender my readings. Inkpot, problem to be resolved. Lily, spiritual love. Scales, keep your life in balance. I just wanted to get these for your person for some reason. Cane, pay attention to your health. So your person could be having health problems. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Interesting. All right. Let's get tarot now. I don't know why Spirit wanted me to get that. Do you need to hear anything from this deck? What does the viewer need to hear? Oh, it fell on the floor. Pineapple, reconciliation. That's my kid's favorite thing, pineapple. Rose, romance is in the air. Romance and reconciliation, interesting. Victory, victory in some endeavor. Could be with an Aries. Look at that. That looks like the Aries symbol to me. Chain, chain of events that will affect your life. Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. I should be showing you these. Knot, something that was unsuccessful. Camel, persevere and you will overcome obstacles. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Hills, obstacles to overcome. And dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So you could even have financial gain coming towards you in some way. All right. That was weird. All right, so your person's energy. On the bottom of the deck after the shuffle, we do have the Hermit. So it does feel like your person is in deep reflection here. Maybe about their immaturity. So let's see your person's current energy. Your person's current energy. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, Judgment, wake-up call. That's good. So they're going through a wake-up call. We have the Star, so healing. That's good. We have the Seven of Cups, confusion, uncertainty. We have the Queen of Swords, so they could be feeling, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, like they could be feeling unsure of how you would react to them if they were to reach out. It could be that this person is seeing the truth of the situation, that they made you feel like an option, or they confused you, or that their judgment was clouded. This person could also be re-examining their priorities. And then the Star and Judgment is actually really good. Ten of Pentacles as well. So they could be working on their finances here, working on their own stability, thinking about what they could be having a wake-up call about what they want long-term here. Show me this person's current energy. Current energy, Three of Wands. That's good. That's forward movement. One more. That's too many. One more. I couldn't see what those were, but whoa. They came out upside down in a stack. We do have the Nine of Wands, so your person persevering. Three of Wands, forward movement, progression, growth. We have the Three of Swords, separation, pain, heartbreak. I feel like there's a lot of mirroring here. I feel like they're realizing what they did here. It looks like they're almost writing you a letter or drafting a letter in this. They could also be working on some of their baggage here with the Nine of Wands. And then the Emperor's on the bottom. Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit. So I do feel like they're reflecting how they have to work on their stability with the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? Five of Cups, sadness and regret. The Devil in reverse, sadness for their unhealthy patterns, regret, for their unhealthy patterns. How are they feeling about you? Two of Swords, Knight of Wands. So Two of Swords does show that stalemate energy, not sure what to do, feeling very stagnant, feeling like things are stuck. Knight of Wands for how they feel about you. Maybe they feel like you are living your best life right now. Nine of Pentacles as I'm saying that. So they could feel like you're seeing other people. Knight of Wands, it feels like this person feels like they need to work up the courage to come towards you. And there's this energy where they're drafting a letter. I keep seeing it. And they're looking at their phone wondering if you've messaged them. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Like, look at this. See what I mean? It's like they're drafting a letter, checking their phone to see if you've messaged them. We have the Three of Cups, so this person definitely feels like you're living your best life. Remember I said that, so they could see you online having fun with friends. Six of Cups, feeling very nostalgic about you. Maybe you have a birthday coming up and they're missing you. Thinking about you on your birthday. Feeling like things are stuck and stagnant. How are they feeling about you? Oh my goodness gracious. We have Death. I'm not going to take those. I didn't see what they were. Queen of Pentacles. I didn't see what they were. It's just too many came out. I don't like to take them when they come out in stacks like that. Queen of Pentacles. You could wear rings on your knuckles like I do, because this person is in this image. But for how they're feeling about you, they see you very much protecting your pentacle right now. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is underneath this, so they could, I do feel like they haven't let you go. For how they're feeling about you, the Moon. So they feel this uncertainty about you right now. Fear about the future. If you'll ever take them back is what I'm hearing. We have Death in reverse. So they know they have uncertainty if you'll ever give them another chance, because they know they were resisting change here and repeating negative patterns. I'm just thinking about their, how you were feeling about them. One more for how they're feeling about you. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles again. So this person, Five of Pentacles in reverse, they feel like you're making a lot of positive change. And I do feel like this person feels like if they were to come towards you, they would need to make a lot of positive change. They wouldn't be able to repeat those past patterns, if that makes sense. I want to look at their current intentions towards you. Current intentions. Ace of Pentacles, to offer you something stable. The Emperor, oh my gosh. So their intentions seem to be to take control of the situation, to offer you something stable, offer you a solid foundation, to take the lead, to take action towards you, the world. End of a chapter, new beginning. King of Pentacles, my goodness. So their intentions are definitely to step it up here. What action will they take in the future? Why do you gotta go on the floor? What action will they take in the future? That's interesting. Hang on, I gotta get the one on the floor. So this was on the floor in the upright, King of Swords. In the upright. So it looks like their actions in the future are to come towards you with truth and clarity, with honesty, with accountability. We have the Ace of Wands. So that does show someone taking action. That's movement. Could be flirting as well with the Ace of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. So sudden action. But you also have the King of Swords. So I like that. Feels to me like it could be impulsive with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. It could be impulsive movement towards you, but that they come in with truth and clarity. King of Cups on the bottom, that shows emotion as well. That shows someone wanting to put in effort, someone coming in very emotionally intelligent, using their head and heart in love. So King of Swords, King of Cups. What else can you tell me about this action, Spirit? Action. Are you kidding me? That's the Eight of Wands. That's what you were hoping for, remember? Okay. That's communication confirmed. That's a lot of communication. Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. That's a lot of, that's fast communication. It's also a lot of messages back and forth. So I don't think it's just going to be one message. I think it's going to be communication back and forth. I just want to see how you'll feel when this communication comes in. How will you feel when this communication comes in? So we have the Devil in reverse, which does show someone who is more self-aware of their unhealthy patterns. Oh my gosh, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So it feels like you're going to feel like this person isn't playing games with you. You're going to feel like they're showing self-awareness and accountability for their unhealthy behaviors. High Priestess. So you could feel like holding back from them at first until you feel like you can trust them with this energy. But that's good because it shows that you're going to feel like this person is more self-aware and taking accountability. But High Priestess, it's almost like you're going to feel like you need to remain guarded until you see that effort. So what is your advice about this person? What is your advice? What is your advice? Oh my gosh, the Lovers just came out. So Nine of Pentacles, just keep doing what you're doing. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Focus on your fulfillment. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your wish fulfillment. Keep doing what you're doing here with the Nine of Pentacles. Keep working on your independence. Know that whatever you need comes from within you, not outside of you. Whatever you need from this person, you can give to yourself is what I'm hearing. We also have the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. So it feels like this is a fated connection. The World is here too. So for what you need to know about this person, or your advice about this connection, the World is actually in reverse. So I do feel like this person knows that they took you for granted with the World in reverse and that there's lack of closure here. This is unfinished with the World in reverse. Again, I feel like this person took you for granted and they know it. Lack of closure. Taking partner for granted. You may feel increasingly tempted to give up on what you have started. So you could be feeling tempted to give up on this connection, and you know, if that's where you are and you feel like it's time to give it up, then that's your prerogative or whatever. But it does look like this wheel is turning in your favor, that this isn't the end. It's just a detour within this connection. If you look at this image, it looks like it's just a detour here and that adjustments are being made. And we have the Lovers. So the Lovers does talk about a divine love connection. And the choice is yours with the Lovers. It's your choice. You don't have to, like, if you want to give up or move forward without this person, you can. But anyway, I'm just going to get a few channeled messages from your person. Just a few. What does your person want to say to you? What does your person want to say to you? I failed to give you what you need, neglected. Reciprocity, I want to have equal give and take. Indecisive, I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. Escape, I left when things got hard, so they could have pushed you away. Damage, so hurting from the damage they've caused here. Responsibilities, I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. Forgiveness, so they're looking for forgiveness here, struggling to get over the past, their past mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. They haven't gotten over this either. We have soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. Shadow side, you made me realize my flaws. I haven't told you everything. Reunion, we will always come back to each other. And commitment, I want you to be a part of my future. Guilty, I feel pain from the damage I've caused. All right. Well, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.